I see you, peekaboo, I see you looking at.
And Noxus does! Oh my god! Cat, Noxus is on one. Dude's a Super Saiyan in the greasy tank top, and everything's cooking up for the Calder's good boys. Double kill, make it a triple kill. Go on, there's a quadra. Sobek, get out of there! Quick! The Banshees are wailing and you cannot handle that heat. Barry gets it! It's a pentakill! And it could be, and it might be! It is a pentakill for Eva! Somebody stop the big baby! Get a damn pacifier! Get something! Get Migi out of there! It's a quadra kill! For Perspective Duck, and they're lined up for the blades! It's a pentakill for Perspective Duck!
You can check those wards. There should be none.
Let's go! That's my boy, More for Prodigy. There's a knockout, double kill, triple kill for Prodigy, quadra kill. Go on, get it, penta kill for Sun Prodigy. Will anyone do it? No! No one will stop the Sunbreakers! The league has been shattered! It's in darkness! It's Sunbreakers' dominance! And they take the godlike final! You can't beat that! It's a triple! Make it a quadra! Make it a pentakill for Z-Tan! Immortal!
All my life, by my side. All my life,
Hello and welcome on into Requested Castin, something new that I'm doing that should be fun. What is it? It's Requested Cast. Z-Tan asked me to cast this one from Frank's retirement home. It's going to be Throat Punch Studio versus Kappa Corp. My name's Anthony Malum, joined by my friend Ryan IRL, who knows barely anything about Smite and has only cast one time in the past with me on Tekken.
Excited to be here. You'll know what to expect.
We're gonna go crazy
after the first 5 minutes or so.
Shout out to Katt, who's down there on camera too. So this is gonna be a fun one because it's all in person. It's completely done all today, so clearly this will go perfectly smoothly, perfectly well. Throat Punch Studio, Kappa Corp, both teams will have names you are familiar with. Shout out to Z-Tan, who did request it and did the intro too with the pentakill. So Z-Tan, somebody to watch. Not playing ADC today though. Still should be exciting. What are you hoping to see? What kind of gameplay do you want to see? You want to see action-packed? Are you looking for slow and professional?
I'm looking for action-packed. I think especially in the amateur leagues, you know, that gives a lot of time for players to really delve in and show us what they have. So I'm going to be hoping for that. Z-Tan, veteran player. I've seen him at work a couple times so far. I'm expecting some big stuff from him. And if not, I think we're all going to be a little bit disappointed.
Oh, so you're already calling Z-Tan out early. I like that.
Before the game.
Especially because like you know, you're a couple degrees of separation away from Smite, but you're close enough with Z-Tan to where you can be like, hey man, I need you to pop off here. Counting on you.
Somebody in a highlight reel, you're just going to expect.
it puts the expectations up here, right? Oh man.
Mulan, first pick.
There's no, it's look at our screen.
No picks yet. No picks yet.
Spoilers for the first pick, but we're only 3 bands in on this screen. Medusa makes a lot of sense. Medusa's top of the meta right now. She is a absolute demon. You can't compete with her in lane. Medusa, I don't know. I wouldn't touch that. I mean, the lore is too rough for that. Anyway, Thor banned out as well. So a big emphasis on junglers with Lance and the Thor being gone. Kali too. So that tells me both of these teams very protective of both the ADC roles, so backliners and carries, but they're very proactive, planning ahead for their junglers.
Why do you want to plan ahead for your junglers for the late game?
Well, jungle just kind of inherently is your most important bread and butter role of the map.
Okay.
It dictates the entire pace of the map because it's going everywhere. It's got the speed buff, you're moving around faster. You'll see that when the yellow buff gets picked up. Okay. You want to go to all your lanes, try to get all your laners ahead. And if you can do that, you have a better chance at carrying another character who you spoiled for us.
Mulan! We didn't see that one coming.
The first pick for Throat Punch Studio. No, Mulan, one of the characters you got a bit game prepped on by Katt. So what do you know about Mulan, Ryan?
DPS. DPS character. Big DPS character moves in, moves A lot.
Yeah, she moves a
Yeah.
lot.
Not a lot. Like average. Honestly, from what I saw, I was like, okay, this is a stereotypical mid-health,
Sure.
mid-range, mostly melee kind of character.
Okay.
I don't know. Is she
You're
easy
cooking.
to play? Because she seemed kind of like an introductory
Well,
character.
yeah,
to the
relatively
game.
easy to play.
Okay.
She gets a lot of free damage just inherently by existing. She's in a great spot. So recently, Smite overwent a big revert of a patch where everybody was really tanky for a very long time. Everyone had a lot of health from the start.
Sounds boring.
They reverted it back. So now this patch that we're playing on today, action all the way, everyone dies quickly. So inherently, if you can be tanky and live through a lot but do damage because everyone's dying quickly, you are now a step ahead. And both Mulan and now the most recent pick, Kakulin for the Kappa Court, they do all the same things.
A lot of more relying on intuition, I would expect. A lot of fast-paced
Yeah.
movement.
Well, the fast-paced movement, the intuition, you're actually right on it. Because your goal, you're trying to get into the backline quickly, cause chaos for the backliners of the enemy team, so they can't think quickly.
Okay.
So your whole purpose is just being a disruptive, chaotic, powerful force in the enemy backline.
Letting your jungler do their thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you open up space, your jungler's normally fighting with you, your backliners are in that backline doing damage sustained the whole time too. Yu Huang, another character, you got prepped on a bit.
Yes. Dragons.
Dragons, what a
dragons.
calm.
Yeah, there's dragons. The ultimate, watch out for that ultimate really sexy animation there. Dragon thing.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Genji a little bit.
Okay, I can see
Genji
that. I
from
can see where you
Overwatch.
get that from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yu Huang doing so much easy damage to land. You mentioned Mulan being an introductory character.
Yeah.
I've always felt like Yu Huang does the same thing. A lot of his abilities are really easy to hit. They do significant damage, even if you don't build perfect, because you can go multiple different build routes. So look for that Yu Huang to kind of go crazy. Same thing with the Chang'e, going to be dangerous. Chang'e did go through some nerfs, but even in the patch notes, where Chang'e got nerfed, they made a point of saying, she hasn't been good in so long. We're not going to instantly nerf her into the dirt. So there were very minimal changes. So Chang'e, you can expect that character for the Kappa Corp to kind of be somebody that, should this game go well, they rally behind and they try to make their leading force to make things work.
So watch out for Chang'e and try and take her out quickly.
Correct.
Try and take her out quickly.
You can see it right there. You want to be yellow when you're
Okay,
talking.
gotcha. Okay, so I want it really close to my mouth.
See, now you're cooking.
Okay, we're cooking. Cool, we're cooking.
Horus, Ardio also locked in. Horus, great support right now.
Mhm.
Ultimate obviously brings a lot of utility to your team. And Ardio is really interesting into the Throw Punch Studio team. Ardio is kind of in a good spot. She got a lot of buffs not too long ago going alongside with the reverted patch, but she has a cripple field. She makes a big circle around her. And if you're in that circle, you're crippled.
Okay. I like her outfit.
Mulan, Yu Huang, Horus, all going to be impacted by that to an extent. So you don't
Another
want to
character
get too
to look
close
out
to the
for.
Ardio, and she
Yeah.
can really disrupt those fights and make it difficult for Throw Punch Studio to function properly. How you feeling so far?
I'm feeling like Kappa Corp has a lot of very specific moves that
Mhm.
they're going to need to make and a lot of milestones that need to be
Milestones,
really,
okay.
really smacked throughout. Or else, I mean, with the pick so far, I just Throat Punch Studio, from what I do know, looks like a pretty dominant team with those 3 character selects.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. I like the idea of they need to establish themselves. Because if you want to establish yourself early, when you've got a Chang'e to do it, if you can get her ahead, she can really start to get
But
out of
if she
control.
can't,
She's kind of just like a walking. She has an immunity button on her second ability. She's immune for a short time. She turns into a bot for that until she gets her ultimate online. Her ultimate, she stuns people. And the more people it hits, the longer they're stunned. So that's kind of what you turn into, is an ult bot who's got an immunity.
sounds like a very frustrating character to play.
Yeah, if she gets ahead, she's going to be monstrous, though.
Okay.
Covered
Who's
by Kappa
playing her?
Corp, Chiron. Ooh, well, we'll see when we get
Okay.
in. Chiron picked up now by Kappa Corp. Chiron, another character I know you were talking about a bit. Chiron's kind of the... I talked about Medusa. Medusa right now is insane. She's an ability hunter. She gets through the laning phase really well and dominates. Chiron is doing the same exact thing. So Kappa Corp banning Medusa, grabbing Chiron, they put themselves in a really, really good spot.
I would imagine going to be saving a lot of that ultimate, where he kind of he could prolong his life a little bit more. I'd imagine that's going to be helping a lot, considering they need to focus on Changa, correct? Keeping her alive.
Yeah,
making
exactly.
Sure
Well,
she makes her moves.
Centaurus is definitely more of a self-reliable tool of keeping yourself safe.
Okay.
But this damage Centaurus can do is pretty insane.
Gotcha.
You'll see if we get late game enough, if Kappa Corp can function well enough as a team to get to a late point, Centaurus is going to chunk people down to, if it doesn't kill them, they'll be 1 HP. Masterful shot, can't miss. I'm going to make it even worse. So you combine those things, the ultimate and the second ability. Chiron's chunking everybody. Now what do you do?
Why ban Medusa over him?
Medusa's better. Just plain and simple,
Just
Medusa's
better.
the best hunter in the game right now,
Okay.
in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone that even comes close.
Wow.
Chiron, probably the closest.
Well, okay,
So-
gotcha. So he's just.
And you're controlling too. You ban Medusa first, you grab Chiron in the second phase. You didn't leave many options. The Charybdis was also banned by TPS. So really they had to go with what they're comfortable with. The Honor being what they're comfortable with. Honor is a fighter. So that's something to watch out for. In those 1v1s between Honor and Chiron, you might see the Honor try to get really aggressive. He has a pillar that is a physical structure put on the map, and it slows. Chiron has a dash. If you can block the dash with pillar to get closer and really do some damage to Chiron, plus Honor's ultimate will keep up with Chiron if he's getting away. So that's going to be a tough 1v1 for them to really function all too well with.
Sure. And I see Ravana, correct?
Yes, that is. Robin for the side of Throw Punch Studio. I expect Robin to be he's going to have a good time. I really like the way that Robin's going to be able to dive into Kappa Corp. The one real frustrating aspect will probably be we see a lot of ganks duo. Chiron and Artio have a lot of survivability over there, but for Changa, for Vamana, kind of going to be a good target. Speaking of Vamana, probably the big baby there, probably going to the jungle because I don't really know who else you would send there. You could send the Kakolin. You could have a weird ADC, but we're probably going to see Vamana jungle. He's just big. He gets big boy mode, and he starts slamming a stick into the ground and banging on people. Yep.
So a lot of, if I'm understanding this correctly, there's going to be a lot of focusing on specific characters on both sides? Question mark?
Yeah. I would definitely expect to see the Changa get camped out.
Okay.
I would expect a lot of rotations to solo as well, and maybe less to duo, but it could be really either way. But with that, we are ready for game, so we get to see the game now,
Let's
Ryan,
get
on our
into it.
screen.
Let's
Actually
get
get
into
close. There you go. Look at you. You're natural. In game now, game number 1, best of 3. Throat Punch Studio is your order side. Kappa Corp on the Chaos side. Anthony Mel, Ryan by your side. Cat pushing the buttons. And early on, Ryan, we're going to see the laning phase. That's the boring part
Yeah, a little
when you're
slow.
new to Smite.
Not what we want to see right away, but it's what we see right away.
I always like to look at relics. That's always my kind of go-to starting point.
Speed camp, health camp, is that what the relics are?
The relics are...
Oh, they're picks.
Yeah,
they're item picks.
They're active items.
Okay.
Already a first blood.
Gotcha.
Not a great start.
Wow, yeah. Typically, you wouldn't see that for a couple minutes.
Yeah, usually 30 seconds for first blood. Not great. The good news is, when you get a first blood kill, you get 500 gold to whoever got the credit for that first blood. Didn't go to the Honor, it went to the Horus on support.
Okay.
So a little less scary for Kappa Corp. Oh boy, what they went right back to lane and they died again.
And Asanas, damn.
So
I'm really
now
waiting
it's
to
bad.
make- I'm really waiting to make that Asanas at work joke. So I'm really hoping that they're able to make some plays here. So far, though, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Hey, Caribou in trouble. Hey,
Wow,
Caribou gone
already.
to Mammoth, able to step up. And again, another death over in the duo lane. Lickistor won't stop killing Zan, man. Leave the Chiron alone. The dude is yet to get a full wave since this game started.
Come on, Kappa Corp. Right off the bat, we're not seeing a lot.
It's 1 minute. That's a rough 1 minute. I gotta be honest with you,
We're
Ryan.
not seeing a lot from them so
Two
far.
kills on an on her this early in the game is, I mean, traumatic maybe sounds intense, but it's disastrous.
Contraband steal this position here.
Contraband could set up for Z-Tan for sure. If Z-Tan wants to get crazy, go underneath. But they do just back up Soul. But getting that positional advantage, like you just talked about, is a really good call because as Robin, looking at that solo, if you want to pressure it out, even if you aren't killing the solo, if the minions are going under the tower, if he's having to back the base a lot, all those things, they add up pretty quickly.
Making the push.
it's easy not to, it's kind of hard not to get baited into thinking like every time someone gets stepped up on, they're not going to die, right?
Yeah, it's like you keep thinking you're about to feel something, emotional even, and then it just doesn't happen. But that's because we're in the early game, so just hold on.
Exactly. See, you are already getting it. You're insane.
I'm getting it.
This dual lane, problematic. Oh man, Zan's level 2. Zan's not going to be alive long. There's the jump. An auto has to hit, but the auto not going to find a home. Zan got too far away in that short term. For the Chiron, that's a positive, but man, is it not an easy lane. Still level 2. He can't get any farm, and TPS are going for the purple buff invade, and just no answer coming out from the side of Kappa Corp. They have to concede that purple, and on the right side of the map, Ztan going for a blue buff invade. Ryan, it does not stop. Soul going to try to defend it, has backup on the way. Mulan not interested in the 2v1. So far, Ztan's on his own, but he has a chance. Now Mulan's here, Divine Mastery through, knock up onto 1. That damage going to be real good. This might be a kill. Ztan coming back, they're both low. Ztan going to look for a big baby in response, but the mana's going to be low. If Contraband and Ztan want to continue to take this fight, the Vimana could go down. Will not be the case. The Vimana will get to go away, but Ztan not going to let go his soul quite yet. The overhead kick, the last play, nobody will die.
This is getting way more interesting earlier on than I thought it would, and I'm very excited for it.
I wish they could have seen you because you were really leaning in. You were really looking for a kill to happen there, and it never came. But boy, did it get close, and I'm happy I got to watch you experience that second.
It felt good, and that's what we're here for.
That's a grapple. The pull in. The damage okay. Sometimes solo though, Ryan. And I can see it in your face. Solo, sometimes they just box and they throw hands and nobody dies.
Okay.
It's scary, right?
They're planting the seed for what's going to be happening later.
Yeah.
Maybe like a rivalry, you know?
Well, I mean, 4-0, 4 minutes, and 3K gold. If you're Throw Punch Studio, you're planting seeds so you can stomp on the flowers once they grow. It's
mental game.
This is a really bad start for Kappa Corp. You know, it's a requested cast, so obviously Ztan asked us to do it for a reason. And kind of got to call this one honestly, and it's really bad for Kappa Corp. It's really tough to kind of back up. So, okay, early impressions from you. What lane would you not want to play if you played a lot of Smite, just looking at the chaos we've seen so far?
If I'm Kappa Corp, I wouldn't want to be playing the game at all, if I'm being totally honest with you. This is looking really, really bad.
See, there's that, like, poignant honesty I was looking for.
This is when you leave the game, you know? And then that mark comes up where it's like, oh, you're going to lose a competitive match. Are you sure you want to do that? And then you alt tab, because you don't want to even have to hit yes. You're just gone, you know? Get a sandwich.
I'm going back to Candy Crush. Where I'm safe, where
Candy
I'm happy.
Crush, a joint, a truly.
That's a good trio for a depressed Smite player who just got fried. Sometimes the trio is going to be the thing that's required. 5 minutes, we're still early. No big objectives spawn up yet. The Gold Fury just got up, but you don't want to go to that unless you have truly a lockdown on this left-hand side. Get it? Truly?
I heard that.
Okay,
yeah,
I was hoping you would.
I was really hoping you did that on purpose, actually.
Right-hand side of the map at the blue buff, going to be another invade coming out from TPS. The Milan had Divine Mastery for the save to get away, and Ztan is here too. What can he do? The intro going to be good damage onto Alfredo. Contraband in trouble. Ztan stunned out. The ult's going to get away for Z, but Mulan having trouble. Going to go down to the Artio, but Dueling Dragons do some numbies. The horrific from Ruler of Men, and Mammoth will have a double kill and find the killing spree off the back of it. What a fight for TPS. The best news if you're a Kappa Corp fan is, hey, you got a single kill.
Yeah. And a point. You have a point on the board.
Yeah, you got the point from the kill.
I'd be hopeful.
To Artio. Who's your support? Oh, here's the 1v1 I was telling you about. Oh, look at me on her. Like a star just standing there.
Melted.
You know what that would be like? You're an MMA fighter, you're getting hit in your chest and your stomach, and you're just standing there taking it, and then you elbow the guy and he gets knocked out.
Okay.
That's what just happened in that duel lane.
Which you don't want to get knocked out from an elbow. I'd rather get knocked out from a full-on punch to the jaw, you know?
Exactly.
Not an elbow.
Like, Sword didn't even try to juke. He just stood there and ate the autos because there's no damage coming out from Zan. Feels bad.
A little hawk to at the end of that, too.
You just want me to make a hawk to joke mid-team fight, I think.
just learned that joke yesterday, so I kind of want to use it.
We'll work it into a team fight. I'm sure at some point someone's going to get hawk to it on. Oh
Man,
boy.
E-boy ruler of men.
Some interesting builds I'm looking at. The Frostbound first for the Vamana is interesting. I mean, I feel like you could have gone something else in the current meta, but Frostbound always focused on Vamana. It's not the worst pickup for sure. The Soul Eater taking forever for Zan is scary. And looking at the RDO, rushing a male renewal, not something I've seen, but not necessarily bad. Just an interesting take. It feels bad when you're more behind. You don't have as much of a Gauntlet of Thebes. So yeah, some interesting builds coming out from Kappa Corp, whereas TPS mostly running the meta, the usual stuff that we expect to see in terms of farm.
What do you do here? You're down 7-1 at the very start of the game. How do you make this up and really go with them? I would think you have to make some drastic decisions, no?
Well, BDK just dropped. That's what TPS just killed here in this fiery circle. They can now kill any ward on the map. They can see them all. So it's now even worse because you have no vision.
They have a lot of freedom, too.
Good news is, you see the little red dots? There weren't many on the map. So there's not a lot for TPS to actually kill to get gold from Kappa Corp. There's no towers dead yet.
Now is the time to make the move.
Now is the time to secure your own farm at the bare minimum. Try to get some items online. And dual lane's a little chalked. I don't know about sending support over to the Chiron, who's now down level 7 to a level 11 on her. That's pretty significant. So you got to look somewhere else. Maybe you look in solo, try to get the Cullen caught up. Maybe you look towards mid, try to get your Chunga ahead, so she can look to be your hard carry, your savior in this scenario, because the Vamana jungle not doing it at the moment. You got to just look for some kind of strength and really push that strength to find some kind of way back.
Do you think it's possible?
Ask me again at like 12 minutes.
Okay, I will. I'll be watching the farm.
I'll be watching Caribou go down to Mammoth already after a blink was expended by Z-Tan. Kappa Corp have no response to that. You just can do whatever you want in that mid lane if you are TPS. I mean, dual lane on her is pushing Chiron back behind the tower. That tower's going to go down soon. Soul on that. Cullen's looking for any farm possible. You asked me what they could do. I said ask me at 12 minutes, and I stand by that, but it's not looking good at 9:30. It's not going to look good at 10 either.
No.
Isn't the totem cool? I was going to say, I saw you looking at the map like a kid seeing gifts under the tree.
This is a cool map.
You're learning so much.
I should play this game.
You like Bologna? Yeah,
I play Medusa. I want to try Medusa.
Medusa's fun. Medusa's fun. She's really good, too, so if you're ever going to play her, this time.
Something about, you know, not being able to look at your significant other is just really sexy to me.
Do you have mirrors?
No, you just...
You don't have a mirror in your house?
No.
You don't have a mirror in your house?
I don't have a mirror. No. I think it's damaging to the ego to have a mirror in your house. And if you have a mirror in your house, you should really start reconsidering your life. Read some Freud, maybe. Don't do that, actually.
I've never in my life seen someone who's like so self-aware of looks, puts time in, you know, rustles the hair after a shower, make sure it's landing in the right spot. Also saving mirrors for the ego. You
know, it's about a balance, a yin and yang, if you will. You want to try, but not too hard. And if you want to love yourself.
Didn't work out for Soul.
Did not work out for Soul. Is it gonna work out
gone.
for Contraband here? Okay, he's heading.
Yeah, Soul's gone. Contraband's fine though. No interest in an invade here from the side of TPS, which that's kind of interesting to me because one thing, especially in the mind, you know, the guy who requested the game, or the Robin in the game, Z-Tan. A lot of comms from Z-Tan are, we're ahead, let's push our lead further. So kind of interesting to see not everyone go for a buff invade there.
Typically they're more aggressive.
Yeah, because you want to keep them behind, you know, keep them down. Gold Fury could be soon. Oracles are going down. Look at the rotations coming out from the members in blue.
Oh boy, oh boy.
They're going to catch 2 out. 3-man stun from Caribou looks pretty, but does pretty matter if there's no mirrors in your house and you're dead anyway, so you can't see your reflection. And if you had one,
I don't think
Z-Tan says no and takes down the RDO. 11-1 for TPS. Woo! Gold Fury is the call. There will be no answer from Kappa Corp if they're not even going to try. Zan looked over and was like, nah, bro, no, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Not my job.
Not my job this time. Centaurus online, not this time, doesn't matter. Goes back, that's, I'll show you something cool. You like charts?
No, show me anyway.
Chart. Chart.
XP difference and gold. Oh, wow, that's...
It's not looking good, right?
Jesus Christ. Looks like the Dow in 2008.
It does look like the Dow in 2008. I should have bought a house. It shouldn't have been a house. Z-Tan ulting in, bullying Soul like he's a middle schooler at the lunch table. Thankfully, Soul's mom was bringing McDonald's in today for lunch. She's like, hey, back away from my kid. He's okay in solo. Tier 1 tower, not looking great, could go down soon. TPS just looking to bully out this right-hand side, grab another BDK. Again, not a lot of wards up, so it won't matter too much anyway.
I'm glad you brought up high school because this does feel
Like
very,
a high school bully?
Yeah.
Bringing back memories?
It feels like Throat Punch Studio forced Kappa Corp into playing this game knowing that they were going to just annihilate the whole thing.
Yeah, kind of like you're in gym class and you see the guy,
Yeah.
like you're a guy your height, you see a guy my height, and you're like, hey, you want a 1v1 in basketball?
Yeah, sure. It'll be funny.
And I'm like, oh, you know, I think I'd rather jump off the bleachers and break my ankle, but at least you asked.
Sure.
I feel included. And you're like, oh, yeah, totally included. I'm trying to look good in front of Casey over there.
Do you think that Kappa Corp has a chance of looking good at all because they need to make some moves right now?
You remember 13 minutes, look at you go.
Yeah.
You're a true caster. No, they don't.
Okay.
It's kind of choked. 10K
Can he get out of it?
At
Can he get
13
out?
minutes
Yeah, he
is
can.
crazy. I mean, did use Aegis, doesn't have a second relic up so far, or did use Beads, not Aegis, combined it with his dance there. That's pretty big for Caribou to survive, but it's going to last for like maybe 45 seconds if this fight happens in mid lane, so, you know.
You said Throat Punch Studio was sticking to the current meta, correct?
In terms of items, yes, for sure. The items for the side of Kappa Corp aren't bad. I'm looking mostly at the Artio and the side of Alfredo on the Vamana for kind of being a little bit more off the cuff. Alfredo's using a Vamana build that's slightly dated. A few patches ago, that was meta for Vamana. And Artio is just kind of cooking up an Artio build. I think I've seen, I want to say I've seen Genetics run something similar, but it also didn't perform the best in that season. So
I'm all about experimenting and
yeah,
getting creative
experimenting's
anyway.
fine for sure. One thing that's good is this is a best of 3. So no matter how bad this
Okay.
game 1 is going, you might have more around the corner. You know?
And definitely going to be a big mental game on the side of Kappa Corp to be
Always.
able to recoup from this.
You got to avoid the tilt. Can't tilt. You tilt, you're done. Happens in Rocket League, happens in Smite, happens in real sports. You got to keep the mental strong. It depends who your team leader is and your IGL in the comms.
Rational movements over emotional movements.
Yeah, exactly. Like Throat Punch Studios so far in this game, I talked about wanting to see them invade more. They don't even need to because they're going objective to objective. Their gold lead has grown to now 12,000
Demon
gold before
gone.
15 minutes. That's significant for TPS. They can do essentially no wrong. They can do anything they want on the map. Their On Her is level 17. He has a chance to be level 20 before 20 minutes in a competitive game, which is fairly rare to actually see take place. Yeah.
4-0 too.
Yeah. So is the Yuhuang. That's not good either. It's real bad to be red right now.
Definitely. Only one kill the whole game.
The
for whole
song is
team.
if I was blue, I would die, right?
Well, in this game, yes.
It's if I was green, I would die. I was hoping you'd correct me. I was going to say, don't correct me on cast, but you didn't walk into my trap card, so I just discarded it into my deck.
I tried to play with it. I didn't know what you were talking about. I figured I would just play with it here.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? I respect
Work
that
it
too.
in. Work
You
it
didn't
in.
fall into my trap, but you made it work.
Mhm.
So it matters the most.
Plus 10 dexterity. Saving throw.
Oh,
Missed the
Kappa Corp
trap.
has failed all the saving throws.
Yeah, I would say.
They're using weighted dice, but they put the weights in the wrong area.
I was gonna say it doesn't seem like they're even rolling, but
Yeah, their
that
weighted
too.
dice are rolling nat ones, and they're afraid to tell the DM at the table, like, look, my weighted dice are playing wrong. That's why
Yeah.
I'm having such a bad night.
Primal Fury going down? Question mark.
Look at you go! That was a perfect call out, a handoff too. Yes, Primal is gonna go down to TPS. Kappa Corp had an interest in at least looking at it, but they didn't want to go too far and hand away more kills. They'll just back away, and TPS will regroup, regain, and continue to push those level leads. 18 on the On Her, 17 for the Mulan, and everybody else is catching up, but it's
No, where are
getting
they
close to
going?
being bad.
They're not bothering for a 4v3
No,
right now.
you know what they're calling?
Fire Giant. Okay.
Yep, they're calling a Fire Giant. They are saying, Kappa Corp, we don't care about you. We're not scared of you. Come fight us at the Fire Giant, see if you can handle the heat. Alfredo says I can. Blinks in, big baby out, looking for Liquor Store, not gonna find it right away, but the store does get low, has to jump away. But a re-engage comes out for Contraband, He's insane. The Divine Master gonna
Wow.
do a lot. Followed up by the Mystic Rush, but the 4-man stun comes out for Hey Caribou. Will it matter? No. Z-Tan brings down that Chunga. Press forward me again. I dare you.
Oh, he's running.
And TPS force away KC. They can now do as they please. If they want to pull it again, it'd be risky. They're low, but it looks like that is the call.
They're so far ahead. Why not?
Exactly. Why not attempt to make him walk at you again? You killed him the last time. Just kill him again. Fire Giant down below half health. Kappa Corp gonna have a chance to steal this one. They're gonna take a 50 at 1740, and it's gonna go to TPS, and they're gonna take 2 with them right away. A rampage for the On Her 2, now 14-1 for Throat Punch Studio, looking for number 15 in the form of Soul, but my dude's just trying to get out of there.
This is what's wrong when you root for the underdog. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry, because I typically am too, and I'm not having a good time anymore.
Neither is Caribou. Neither is Caribou. Contraband makes it look like Jimmy Neutron's dad found a hunt on that night. The Caribou goes down. 15-1, still 15 acquired. Mid Phoenix, the next target. And it looks like TPS just won out of this game. It's time to speed run. Somebody start the clock. The damage real good. Looking to bring it down 2 with the Phoenix line. Liquor Store gonna do it and find a double kill while they are at it. Unstoppable now. And Kappa Corp go in and Throat Punch Studios say, we want to hand our ADC a quadra kill. TPS will walk into the throne room and Caribou just respawned. There's a chance here for TPS to hand their ADC more. He is low though, if they get crazy. The Titan will be the call. The jump in from Liquor Store, getting aggressive. Is the damage gonna be there? It is! It's a deicide, but no Penta this time. Throat Punch Studio just having fun with their food in the throne room. It'll force them to back up. They might even lose a member if they overstay even longer than they are already. Ryan. And he's dead. That's an immortal honor.
sad. I'm sad. This is disappointing.
I can see it.
I was really hoping for some kind of turnaround there, and instead I think
And
I
you
saw
didn't
a
even
vote.
get a penta out of me.
No.
You got a
didn't get
quadra.
I didn't even see. I saw a vote to surrender, and I just got sad. That's what happened, if I'm being completely honest with you. I saw a vote to surrender, and I... Pyromancer kill.
They get a bomb in pocket they can use in structures. It's pretty cool. It's really cool to see in a normal game.
Looks like they're just scavenging about, trying to find something. Not even in the game, just meaning and purpose in life.
I love watching Fallout. Great show, you know?
Oh, that was a pretty good show.
It's like watching, you know, it's like reading the novel of Fallout, where it's like, wow, this is so depressing. This is more depressing than the game. It's more depressing than the show.
I didn't read the novel.
I don't even know if there is one, I'm guessing.
Oh, I don't think there's a novel. I think there's just the first couple of games.
There should be a novel.
Maybe they should switch to Fallout and just kind of take a break from Smite. Really, like recoup, refresh.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off tonight. I'm gonna load up my Fallout with some mods.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got some body mods I really like. Trying out a new texture.
What, can we curse on here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, I mean, don't go too insane. Wait,
I'll hold it.
let me retract a little bit.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Well, don't hold nothing. That's the idea. This is on YouTube, not PH.
That's right. I'm glad we're not live streaming either.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we cut something out of it.
No, we're not cutting out. We're keeping it natural, but my God, lock in.
All natural.
Not too natural.
Not too natural.
My Skyrim characters aren't natural.
No, we like a couple
CBBBE. I think that's the name. I think it's the name of the mod. Those who know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
I'm out of the loop.
Look it up.
I'm out of the loop. I'm just sad.
You'll be glad you did.
I'm just really disappointed. I got what I wanted.
In Throw Punch Studio, right? Because they didn't get defensive.
Sure. I wanted this is not the kind of action. I didn't want a desecration of the others.
Look at Soul going in.
Come on!
He's gone.
Damn it! Damn it! Fuck!
Rampage for Mammoth, a double kill for the Yuwong. Liquor Store, double, all the trouble. Kappa Corp ready to go down. Godlike too for Liquor Store. Why not? Throat Punch Studios
This is why I don't support this
are
match.
probably gonna kill Zan. I mean, it's maybe not. Some respect, some restraint.
Just wow.
The Titan falls. Throat Punch Studios will take game number 1.
Wow.
25-1.
Wow.
It's like you know how sometimes in like baseball comedies they show like, you know, that it's a dude who's got the paper and it's got the money in it. And he's like, I am a kid, but it's like a 35-year-old man. That's what that game felt like. It's like somebody put Barry Bonds on the field, and my little brother threw him a curveball, put a little twist in it, and Bonds hit it 775 feet.
Oh, what's that scene in the movie Gus Bus? The viewers are gonna know what I'm talking about.
Go on.
That movie, baseball players, 3 adult autistic men face off in a
Bench
little
warmers.
league.
That's what I'm talking about. That's from that movie.
Yeah, the scene
Yes,
at the end where they
yes.
pay that guy to jump into the little league game.
Exactly.
Yep. That's what that was.
You don't know the game, Ryan.
No,
this is the post-game
let me
stats
look at
screen.
the stats.
I was gonna let you dissect it. Please
Please.
do. You can see what they are on the left, and it corresponds with the number across.
So the lowest level
Level was the first one you chose to look at. That's so
Throat
good.
Punch. The lowest level on Kappa Corp. I'm just gonna say that there's a big difference here, and you can see that yourself. How many kills conglomerately? 1. 1 kill. I really hope nobody from this team is watching this because I'm sorry.
I've cast some of them before. I've cast Caribou. I've cast Asinus before. It happens, dude. Everyone has games like this. Shit happens. You gotta dust it off and move on.
Structure damage, even all the objective damage.
Well,
the
good.
wards
See, that's the
placed.
good news. Zan had 500 structure damage. They did hit a tower that game.
Congratulations.
If that was all 0, that would have been a real low.
What else? Minion damage? Nothing. Absolutely nothing compares. That's a little disappointing. A little
It is.
disappointing. Oh wait, damage mitigated. Hold on.
Okay.
Asinus at work on the damage mitigated. I worked it in. I worked
You
it
did
in.
it. You finally
I
got
worked it in.
You had a whole other game to go at least.
I wanted
and you
to do
worked it in
there.
at the end of game
I
1.
wanted to get it over with because it's on my mind. I just want to let it go so I can move on. Just like
Okay, that's fair.
Just like we should probably move on to the
who
next
do you
game.
have is before we go into break, before the next game? Who's
me.
your player to watch in game number 2 from each team? One from each.
Hey Caribou from Kappa Corp. I'm expecting more because of the character select.
Okay.
Hopefully we could see maybe a little bit more support. Maybe a little bit more support from the rest of the team is all they need to really get that strong to just push through. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Caribou.
Okay. And on the side of Throw Punch Studios?
I think it was a quadra kill by Zetan. That was
by like a stove.
Oh, like a stove. Thank
Like
you.
a
Sorry,
stove.
like a stove. It was sexy, okay?
Like
I didn't
a store
remember the
going
exact
crazy.
name, but I remember the feeling I got from that quadra
You
kill.
wanted the Penta so bad.
A little
I mean, you're
hard.
visiting in town. You like listening to me cast anyway, and you almost got an in-person Penta, and you were robbed.
Yeah, I was robbed. I didn't even reach a full one either. But but I'm hoping for a full one the next match. Lickisto, if you want to lick your way over
my
to
God.
my heart, keep it up. All I'm gonna say there, mic drop.
And on that note, with the mic dropped but not literally dropped, don't worry if you care about microphones. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back with game number 2. Don't go anywhere.
That was a little disappointing. That was a little disappointing.
I said you can do the intro and you turned around.
It was a little disappointing.
Words.
Yeah.
Worded intro.
I wanted to emphasize.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Yeah. Ready? We're transition. Go.
And we're back. Hopefully we can get a little bit more spice this next go around from Kappa Corp.
Kappa Corp.
We're going to start nicknaming them if they're not going to live up to expectations. You know what I mean? Like I said, Caribou, I'm looking at you this match. Lickisto. Turning me on a little bit.
Are you thirsting for Lickisto?
A little bit.
Oh, boy.
I want to see more from you.
Okay.
I want to see more from you.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. Hit me up after this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should just roll back into it. I think I'm really hoping for some more from Kappa Corp. Obviously, what do you think, Anthony?
I mean, you have to. You
Yeah.
kind of just got to pretend that game didn't happen. That's sort of the key for Kappa Corp. You have to just absolutely put it out of your brain, because otherwise you're just going to do the same exact thing. But if you're TPS, your Throw Punch Studio, that game should have given you so much confidence coming into this one that you just come in, you play your favorite characters, and you have fun. Because you still have a game to blow. Don't forget. Best of 3.
You got off and you ate a burrito afterwards, and you're feeling like you could take on the world.
Yeah.
And even if you lose, like you said,
It's okay.
It's okay because
Exactly.
you got off and you had a burrito. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, you want to get off and have burritos?
You want to get off and have burritos.
I can't argue with the logic there.
I don't think anybody would disagree with it.
I love that immensely.
Lickisto, I have a great burrito joint near me if you want to.
You're gonna find out that liquor store's like from the same area, not doxing you, and like it's gonna turn into like a thing where it's like, okay, wait. I mean, first of all, I don't play Smite. And
Yeah.
I can hear you. I can already hear you.
Also, you're a 65-year-old man.
But at the same time, there's a part of you that's like, hey, can we like enter a 2v2 tournament? I'll play Medusa.
Ooh,
You can be my mirror.
Yeah, okay.
You can be my mirror.
I can fuck with that. Can you fuck with it?
Medusa's banned.
Again.
Yeah, no Medusa for you. No mirrors in the house.
Do you think we're going to see... So how this typically goes, a lot of the bans, are they going to be pretty similar?
Probably. I mean, if you're Throw Punch Studio, you really don't care about anything from that first game because nothing looked good. When things like that happen, you tend to kind of be like, all right, take the same team. Kappa Corp, on the other hand, bothered by Mulan. Sometimes you can look at it simply and say, we blame this. That's not necessarily what you want to do, but it works sometimes.
Sure. And
Sometimes you say we blamed how this felt and you ban 2. So you could see, for example's sake, you might see a Mulan and a Robin ban, or Mulan and the support be banned out, trying to avoid both and having them be combined and connected, which is what they did. No Horus, no Mulan.
Who, if you were Kappa Corp, what changes for their team comp would you want to make? To
Everything?
have a shot? Everything. Okay.
Yeah, 5 new characters.
Just all new characters.
And not because the characters are bad, because you want to just come in with a new mindset, and I feel like disconnecting from those characters and coming with a new vibe. And some could, like the Chang'e could, in theory, stay the same. But I'm coming out with a new support, a new jungler. I'm looking at a different type of hunter. Maybe looking at an auto-attack focused hunter instead of an ability hunter like Chiron. Whatever can help Zan feel more comfortable in those 1v1s with your lover, like a store.
Throw punch studio.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. You see, you're getting it. Kakulin, first lock-in. What'd you see from the Kakulin game one that impressed you?
The what game?
The Kakulin. The big soul lane or anything?
Oh!
It was on the side of Kappa Corp last time.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't see
So
anything
here's
big.
this is why I asked.
Please. I'm going to be honest.
This is why I asked. On the side of Kappa Corp was unimpressive.
Yeah.
It was against Mulan. They're doing a lot of the same things.
Yes.
Oh, you
yeah,
must be
cut
so
off.
excited. Kakulin now on the side of Throw Punch Studios. You have a chance potentially to see how it works, but more importantly, Throw Punch Studio took it away from Kappa Corp.
Okay.
So if that was the one character they felt good about, because there was some good from the Kakulin, now it's gone.
Gone.
So they go to a Loki, which is, it's like calling the phone number in your phone that you changed the contact to already because you're like, don't call her. But you call up, don't call, and you're like, you up?
Yeah.
That's the same thing
It
to
feels
me
like
as picking a
fuck
Loki.
it. Fuck it. I don't have any morals
we ball.
or values right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The Ganesh alongside it. The Ganesh is good. I like the Ganesh here. There was a big lack of any oomph in those team fights for the side of Kappa Corp. They need something to feel different, something to feel better in those team fights. Aside from drugs.
Oh, no.
They need the magical juice from Space Jam.
Magical. This is where you would insert the sponsorship for whatever fucking bullshit juice is sponsoring you.
But yeah, you can buy a hoodie.
Yeah, buy a hoodie.
You can buy a hoodie.
Oh, you can buy.
You can buy a
you
hoodie.
can buy a Malum hoodie. What? Yeah, the logo's fucking sick. Okay,
Oh.
hat, sweatshirt, and I've tried them. They're comfortable. Okay, it's not just a sexy design; it's also just a comfortable product.
Very good. That was good. You're better at ad reads than I am.
Hey,
I suck at ad reads. E-Shell picked up by Throat Punch Studio. That's a character that's kind of confusing to watch, but she has a cool... You know what her ultimate's like? Since it's on my own stream, I can mention other games and I feel awkward about
Please.
it. It's a lot like... oh, what's her name, actually? From Overwatch. She throws orbs. Moira. I knew it was Moira. I don't know why I didn't commit. It's all like Moira Ultimate. Same kind of concept. You can heal your allies if you hit them with the beam,
Yes.
or hurt your enemies if you hit them with the beam.
Kind of like Zenyatta too. He has that
Little bit.
damage healing.
Zenyatta's
ranged.
I would compare Zenyatta closer to
Yeah,
Shiva.
Never mind.
The criticism from production.
No,
that's rare.
please.
That's rare. You get to see that. You know, like the actual like real time like idiot.
That's how you know you're doing a good job.
Sure.
When the production assistant looks you and
You're gonna love what we call
yeah.
this guy. So this character's name. You know what? Guess, because I know you don't know. So take a guess. Don't look at the screen. Take a guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Davin.
You think the god's name is Davin?
No.
What does he look like?
He looks like a demon, like a hippogriff kind of man thing.
So he's a manticore, and that is Martikaros, better known as, and you're gonna love it, Marty.
Marty.
See?
Okay.
I knew you were gonna like it.
I was wicked close with Davin. Okay, Davin, Marty. I'm gonna call him Davin for the rest of the match.
Marty's Davin.
I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna like this for the side of Kappa Corp. Chung got taken away.
Okay.
And here's what's interesting too. E-Shell and Chang'e, both mages, traditionally played in the mid lane.
I'm imagining.
Taking the Chang'e away, you could put her solo, but you have her Cullen, so you could send her jungle. Chang'e, jungle, watch for a blink. If that's what we're seeing in this game, we're seeing a full party.
What's a blink?
From Throat Punch Studio. Up, literal like
Teleport?
blink forward. Yeah,
Teleport.
kind of like Flash in League.
Sure. Destiny even has that.
Yeah, literally blink from Destiny.
Blink.
Same exact concept.
Okay.
Can't be in combat though. It's the one caveat.
So more of a.
If you're in
flank
combat,
maneuver.
it has a cooldown that keeps resetting every time you're hit. 2 seconds.
Gotcha. So run it. Basically, you want to sneak in and use that move to kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Provide the horizontal support.
On her band from
Map-wise.
Kappa Corp, we call those trauma bands around here.
Trauma bands.
Yep, we call that a trauma
I'm
band.
imagining just like screaming in the Kappa
I
Corp.
don't want the honor.
Yeah.
I think you can never really assign too much of gameplay to an actual player because you know he won't mind me saying this. Shao Zitan on Throat Punch Studio. I've seen that guy have some bad games in the times I've cast him. It just happens.
He
sometimes.
sucks.
Okay. I thought you were going to try to be his friend. In game 1, you were building friends. You were building relationships. You're like a guy in Big Brother. You're building your alliance. And
It's
then
all
you get
about-
into game 2 and you tear it apart.
It's all about balance. I'm Team Kappa Corp. Let's go, Kappa Corp. Can we get some momentum going here? Come on. Woo! You smell that too?
The Kappa Corp fans are so excited. It's crazy.
You smell that? That smells like a win coming from Kappa Corp on the next game. Mark my words. I'll bet you $10.
I don't hear them.
Look, we could still
They'll come through.
We can still fuck around.
They'll come through. Sobek grabbed by the side of Throat Punch Studio. I do like the Ao Kuang for Kappa Corp. Ao Kuang, great character, consistent character. You have an execute. Executes kill no matter what. You cannot miss an execute unless you try really, really hard.
Okay, so an easier character to play?
It can be beads, purification beads. You'll see them glow yellow, then you can't take them up. Otherwise, should be clear. You'll see him use it most likely on the Sobek, on the Kakulin, because it has a health percentage, and you can execute.
Okay. I'm gonna be looking for the. I have a question. Same question for you, but I'm gonna be, the Loki has me very excited.
Yeah?
I'm really excited by Loki.
So it's probably Loki jungle. The Ao Kuang is probably going
Yeah.
to get the solo lane.
Okay.
Loki's going to be fun to watch. I mean, actually, maybe the Loki solo. I could see Loki solo. I like Loki solo more. Because I
Gotta
don't
find out.
like Ao Kuang solo. It gets really up close, gets really in their face, boxes that way. I don't think that's good for how Throat Punch Studio is playing into Kappa Corp. You need some space, you need some safety. Loki can give that because you can max your decoy, you can put it on the wave and walk away and fuck off
Okay.
and be safe.
Will we see that?
Hopefully. Because
Hopefully we'll see
if
that.
it's a Chang'e jungle, you can expect a lot of ults, you can expect a lot of rotations coming out. from Z10 in the jungle. We'll probably see Blink, so you'll see Blink, ult, dead.
Blink ult dead.
If
Ideally.
he catches the Loki.
Ideally.
That's what he wants to do for Throw Punch
Okay.
Studio. Let's find out what they want to do. Let's get in game number
We're
2.
getting in.
Let's
Don't
head in.
let me down.
I like you can do the intro in a game too. So restate our names and say welcome to game 2.
Anthony Malum,
Who are you?
Ryan,
There you go.
welcome to game 2.
Who's production?
Katt, Kappa Corp,
You did so good.
Throat Punch Studio. Here we go.
Game 2. You did great. That was great.
Thanks.
I'm also making you call a team fight this game too, so just prepare for that.
Am I a different chair?
No, you're still the same chair, but you're gonna call a
God.
team fight this game. We'll give you. You'll have warning. We'll look for one.
Okay.
You'll
Yeah.
call it to the best
Or
of
you
your
know what?
ability.
Let's just be intuitive about it, and if I'm feeling,
You just start yapping.
feeling the team fight.
Well, good thing is we're standing in person, so you can just say, "Hey, I want this one."
sure. I want it all. I want Legastar. That's what I want.
Oh my God. I'm gonna send this to Z10. Z10's gonna send it to Legastar, and they're gonna send it back.
Oh, totally.
I'm like,
Don't upload
you can
this.
have it. I don't want it.
Don't upload this.
Just mail it to him. You'll bring it when you see him. Hey, Legastar, I'm coming over tonight. I'm bringing the YouTube pod.
Oh, yeah.
You want it?
Hard seltzers, marijuana, everything we talked about.
Chunga did go Blink.
Okay.
Blink is the little orange relic. So if it's lit up, it's up. If it's on
Blink.
cooldown, it's over 100 seconds. It's pretty far in there. If you're in combat, you'll see what you see right there, where it's a 3, and it's kind of locked in the 3.
Ult, Blink ult.
Sprint used the dual lane, already trouble for Kappa Core, just trying to get away. Zan juking
on.
everything, but the Ganesh trying to juke with you. A pluck backward on to Zan, into a second death, because first blood happened in the solo lane, where Soul went down to Contraband. Throat Punch Studio off to the exact same place that they left us from game number 1. How do you feel? Bad? Good?
I can't say. I'm not going to turn
Okay.
codes that quick. It's looking very similar in terms of how the last game went, but I'm hoping that the character changes
Okay.
and hopefully a mind change.
Mindset
swap
change.
Too, thank you, is going to be fruitful for
Okay.
Kappa Corp here.
Okay.
We'll see.
It's still possible. It's not too late. You can still you can do something.
We're going to be getting action either way, it looks like, so that's a plus.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fighting this game.
Yeah.
I can see Throat Punch Studio trying to win this game faster than game 1, just coming out ahead. Pluck back, stun, trouble, Legastar low, but that's just a Ganesh. The Marty damage not coming through. Legastar will hide behind their support. And Ruler of Men with some great body blocks.
Okay, same thing that we just saw 30 seconds ago, it looks like, unless they're making another push. Oh my god, Asinus!
Is he low? Is he dead? He's dead! Legastar will find a 3rd kill for Throat Punch Studio.
Oh man, that was... Caribou, safe in the zone. Oh my god, Alfredo coming out of nowhere. I didn't even see him. Can Mammoth get out of there? And looks like he can. Nice.
And that's going to be another one for Legastar killing spree in the dual lane. So, 4-0, 2 minutes. That's not ideal.
Jesus, it happens so fast.
It does.
So
It's really
fast.
tough to follow, right?
It is.
It's really tough to follow.
It's such an emotional roller coaster. It really is.
Especially when you have your heart on the line, because you're torn.
my
You're
God,
a man
yeah.
split. You need one of those hoodies where it's like half of it's like a Mets jersey, half of it's a Yankees jersey, but you need like one half being Kappa Corp and one half being
It's
Legastar.
terrible. I'm horny. I'm sad. I'm happy. All in the span of 30 seconds, and then that just kind of cycles through over and over again.
That was my nickname in high school.
Cycles through over and over again.
Horny, sad.
Horny, sad,
It all
happy.
cycles through everything. Yeah.
Everything about that. You were in high school.
Yeah, exactly. You're on it. See, you got
I like the high school. I'm feeling like a high schooler watching this match.
the bully thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like you're at a volleyball match after class.
Like Throw Punch Studio just asked your girlfriend to prom, and you're kind of okay with it. You're like, oh, what time do I drop her off?
If I'm on Kappa Corp's team, it doesn't really look like I have a choice, if I'm being totally real. Stealing prom day stuff from right here.
You versus the Smite player who tells you not to worry about. Bull Demon King goes down to Throat Punch Studio.
Come on.
Not surprisingly so. Wards will be there. Alfredo lurking on the Sao Kwong in the duo lane.
come on.
TPS, dash forward. This is a chance for the Ao Kwongs. Links in, damage there. Can he find the kill? Chernobog up into the air, can just disappear.
They're holding it back.
It makes it difficult.
They're holding it back.
The land down, will he get away? The knock up, good. Yes, we'll get away the puck even better. Meanwhile, solo kill in the solo lane. A soul goes down.
Wow.
TPS at 5 kills.
Okay. You know what? 5-0.
Unfazed.
It looks like they're really giving it their all, which, I mean, I would hope so. But I'm feeling a little bit optimistic here for Kappa Corp.
That was a good gank in concept by Alfredo. It was a good presence of the map.
Maybe they could. That's a little bit of momentum
Well,
that they needed.
Think back to last game. Leonher got really ahead. Leonher being Liquor Store. And they kind of abandoned the duo lane for the solo lane. This time, Soul has been left to his own device in the solo lane, and the focus has now been shown to be on helping your ADC, being Zan, keep ahead, keep up, at least. Didn't work out, but at least there's a game plan shift. At least there's some care there from Kappa Corp.
Do you think anybody here is going to get killed by a NPC?
Wouldn't that be amazing? It's pretty rare. This is the highest division.
Okay.
Pretty rare to happen in those. I've seen it. Cat's died to
There's a
one.
part of me that wants to.
Shout out Castin Bronze. Check that out. It's on the same channel. If you want to see Cat die to PvE, it's called First PvE Incident. She dies to a Joust Archer. Yeah.
So many sad moments in Smite.
I died to a Pyro recently playing with friends. I also died during the most recent Smite 2 Alpha weekend. I died to an NPC. And I've cast on Hi-Rez's channel for Smite 2 and I died to an NPC. I felt like putting in my, like don't bring me back. Don't ever bring me back.
I don't think I've ever done it.
You don't play enough, so yeah, it's a good call actually.
Yeah, I don't think I played the game a couple weeks ago.
Whoa, timeout though. Fuck me.
Great handoff, Kappa Corp getting run at the blue buff, and now just being ran away from. As Third Punch has no interest in continuing the fight. They just wanted to go for the objective steal, plus now they can pull BTK in the face of
It was a tickle.
KC.
They were tickling them so they could focus on the fire giant.
They're tickling the pickles.
Full demon down.
Pickle tickle.
Pickle tickle. Little pickle tickle here. Can we get another tickle over here?
Pickle.
Caribou. Come on, hold down the fort. Hold it down.
I think it's really funny that you get the most invested in team fights when everyone's full health.
I mean,
that's when you gotta get invested right there. That's the execute. He got ate by a dragon. Wow, isn't it cool?
Melted. You didn't even see him.
It's cool to see. He turns into a dragon, takes him up in the sky. Nom 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 nom. Chomp 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 chomp. Dead 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 dead.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
What's striking you? You look at the map. You look at the screen. What's the first place you look at? Like what's got your interest?
Two things.
Okay.
One, the score. It's not 14-0, and I'm glad.
That's huge. Yeah. Oh, there's the moral. It's called Great End belongs to E Shell, and E Shell might have a kill. The knockup not gonna find a home. Otto will, but Asinus will be able to get away.
I could have taken him there. Seems like he missed one of his ranged attacks. The special effects, I think are so sexy. They're really, it's eye candy. I feel like I'm.
Smite has a great art team. That's one thing no one can take away from Smite. Their art team is unbelievable. So
Look
talented.
at the lava cracks and everything. There's so much attention to detail.
This is Unreal 3.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. The UI runs in Adobe Flash Player.
What does Smite 2 look like?
Very pretty. I'll show you after.
Please do.
We'll get some gameplay. It'll be fun.
If you're lucky, you'll see Lickstow in next Smite 2 tourney.
Imagine. Oh, I hope so. I mean, Lickstore, my name is team after you. You keep gassing him up like this. I mean, Z-Tan requested this, not Lickstore.
That's how I've worked my way up every
Actually,
organization
I have
I've
lore
ever
with
been
Liquor
in.
Store too. One time during a draft, I think might have been my co-caster. I think I said Licasto. Well, because it was the program we were using didn't capitalize.
Okay.
So trying to think of it, I read Licasto, and that's what I went with, and he clipped it, and he thought it was funny. I felt bad though. I hate mispronouncing names.
Hey, with especially when you're using letters that don't exist, like contraband, how would you actually pronounce
With
that?
letters that don't exist, like contraband on the beat.
It's a cool looking beat. It's not a real beat.
Alfredo stuck, dashed, dead.
Wow. Okay.
Dark Pillars was committed, but didn't help much. Z-Tan
letters in
able
here?
to get away and has backup in the form of Mammoth and company. They do some good damage, even better with some great damage, and it's a great end for Hey Caribou. That's 7 for Throat Punch Studios. And now with your ADC here, unfortunately, not a lot you can do. You have to go to gold, in my brain, if you're TPS. You already committed the ultimate out from the Chernobog. You traveled around. You could get Bastions, then go gold, and look to force a fight over there. And gold's a little yellow guy.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Looking at this tower. That's what I'm interested in.
The Bastions give you gold as well. It's like tower play.
Defending the tower. Can we save it?
Alfredo?
Yeah, we can. Come on.
Dash away. Okay for now. Tower should go down with the Chernobog close by. It does. Gotta be careful stepping up like that, Alfredo. The backflip in the knee too. Z-Tan chasing forward. Does not have ultimate online quite yet, so can't bring down Alfredo, but they can certainly get assist when the blocks are good like that. Coming out from Ruler of Men. That's gonna be 8 total for Throat Punch. Why do I keep saying the total? Because I have a feeling we're not stopping at 8. We might not stop at 30 if this game keeps up this way.
There was a part of me that thought they were going to push even more, and I would have respected that so hard.
A little bit too much farm on the map.
Okay.
That's probably the main reason they called it there. You can also get a little bit overzealous, you know? Because the problem is, Smite has a strong emphasis on bounties. When you kill a lot of people, you get a very high gold bounty. Already 4 kills for Liquor Store, 3 for Contraband. They're like mini walking objectives now. So if they die, they open the mid. All of a sudden, Kappa Corp not doing so bad.
You know, I gotta say too, in protection of the bounties, as I've now just learned, I gotta give it to Throat Punch Studio because they're not getting overzealous, like you said. And after that last match, I would be so cocky, I'd just be running in. I probably would end up turning it around. But respect for really holding down the fort and not being too overzealous, not being too cocky, keeping it cool, maybe laughing.
Trouble for Marty. Hold on. Chernobog looking for the 1v1. AC 130 will be the response. Now an Eagle, now an Ao Kwong, but the wall immunes it all, bitches, and he's fine. Liquor Store not afraid to know Ao Kwong.
Oh, come on.
Beads online for the ult. Ult is used instead. Now let's go right. Let's look at Loki. Surprise, bitch, I'm in your walls and you're dead. And Liquor Store gets away. This dude is a demon.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That was so... I don't even want to...
It was fun, right?
That was interesting.
Do you need a towel?
I need a towel. Don't look at my pants.
Thankfully, I can say earnestly I wasn't planning on it. I was going to look at the Gold Fury.
I'm going to kneel down. Next time we have the camera back on, I'm going to kneel down too.
Good, just lean.
Yeah.
Gold Fury up. Gold Fury at Throat Punch Studios are on it. They have it for free. And Kappa Corp have now fallen behind a little bit below 10K. Not quite in panic territory. You're just in you're in medicated territory, I'll say.
This is best of 3.
Yeah, so it's match point for Throat Punch Studio as they did take game number 1.
I'm gonna eat, I'll pull up DoorDash if you want to get some food now. We could just by the time we order it, they should have gotten their asses beat, and then we could just kind of have lunch. You cool with that?
It might be faster than that.
Come on, Kappa Corp! Give me a reason to be here. God. I want to see something.
Now the players don't like it. They handled it till that. They heard the DoorDash comment and they closed it. They closed it. Alfredo in trouble, gets a knock up, and the dash away with the water pollution would be good. So Alfredo okay for the moment, but Contraband not letting it go. Has Blink online too. There's the Blink. Should have the dash.
No, come on, get away!
Gets the Alfredo goes down. Soul still looking to stand and fight, but I don't think that Neat Bolt can help you. Contraband can just press W, left click, and 1. And that's all that he needs to fight that 2v1.
That's frustrating. That's really frustrating.
It is. It feels bad.
It does. It's why I can't help but be mean, because I want them to win and come back so bad and they just keep letting me down.
Yeah. You know, this is still not the worst I've ever seen.
The worst you've ever seen?
The worst I've ever seen was it was like a show match / like scouting game where the games weren't very balanced. It was essentially like a mid-level team against a bottom-level team.
Yeah. And
it was 14-2 at like 2 minutes, I want to say. And then the team just kind of surrendered.
Hey, look at Stowe.
You know what it is? You see that right there with the little 1 on it? That's called Rage.
Okay.
He crits, he hurts. That's a sprint used. They want this fight. Hero Punch Studio going to step up, going to bring down Zan. There's nothing that Marty can do. This is bad news bears.
Ow. Ow.
We're almost at 10K if you're on the 10K watch.
I don't even know what to watch anymore. They've gotten a total of 2 kills the entire series so far.
When you put it like that. At least this one's on the jungle, not the sport.
Sure.
Maybe we can end. You know what? My positive, if Kappa Corp lose this game, at least have each member of your team get 1 kill in the set. That should be the goal.
Just to make the chart look
that
nice.
Was a really. That was
make the chart
that was
look
a
nice.
wholesome term of colors. That's there, Castin. There's not much more you can do. You just can try your best. And Contraband ready to slam that best into the dirt. Looks at Zan. Gets the damage good. The AC 130 going to be used. It might be too little, too late, because Contraband is still stomping on the man's head, and he'll go down to Zetan. Ruler of Men will grab Asinus at work, and the left side Phoenix is gonna go down. That's a Phoenix before 15 minutes.
They're so scattered about. I just keep. Where's the backup?
Well,
Where's
that's the thing.
backup?
They're so far behind. The Kappa Corp have to farm. They can't fight anyway. So you either fall back and defend and get wiped and lose, or ignore your team getting dumpstered on and try to farm. Grabbing the Pyro, honestly, all things considered, the best thing Kappa Corp can do right now, and that's, you know, that's scraping at the barrel, but there's sometimes still shrimp at the bottom.
Why? Sure, there's shrimp at the bottom, but be honest with me, please. It's 15-1 right now.
Yeah. A game state, I like that. Good job.
Farming in hopes of catching up. Is it even possible? Have you seen it happen before?
I've seen 10K comebacks happen. Usually they're not at 14 minutes.
Usually they're not about to kill the fire giant in the game.
Yeah, that's
we're not going to see anything.
Thankfully, your hand's being forced on when your team fight is. Probably the next one you'll have to call, because I don't know how many we're going to have left.
That's fine. Even if I don't, it's whatever.
Crazy. The fire giant will go down before 16 minutes. So we got 5 members at Throw Punch Studio. And what's funny about fire giant? What's funny about the fight?
What's funny about the fight is that this is sad. Oh, come on, man. Okay, well that was cool. Lickstow. Austin is down. That's 3. That's 3.
That's 2. It's 2 kills.
2.
Double kill.
How cool would it be if they got a pentakill landed?
You're calling it if it happens. We'll get to do this. Stepping up to the mid Phoenix.
It's a cool looking gate. Can they get through it? Phoenix going down. Not gonna see any help from Alfredo Soul.
There you go. We're cooking now. Kappa Corp afraid they'll step back.
Okay.
Not gonna go in.
They're backing off. They're backing off.
2 Phoenixes down. Fire Giant on many members. They're gonna head over to the
Primal Fury. Primal Fury. We want the Primal Fury down. Is that why they didn't push?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they want more kills. Because I'm pretty sure they could have just killed them.
It felt like it. It was a 4v3 going in
I think, well, it would have been tougher to end. It is hard to end the game early. What I was going to say before the fight is that it's really tough for Fire Giant's just not as worth it early on, because Fire Giant does better when you're scaled up. You're kind of scaled down still, so Fire's not the biggest deal in the world. They still probably could have ended if they had been able to make that fight happen against the remaining 3 at Kappa Corp. But at the moment, in that, probably only in that one fight, not toxic to back away.
Okay. Okay. Is Throat Punch Studio overall playing respectfully here?
Yes, actually. Yeah. No taunts, you know, no like unnecessary fights.
Okay.
Contraband diving behind the Phoenix probably felt bad for Kappa Corp, but there was nothing inherently wrong. I mean, what else are you supposed to do in this scenario? You can't let Kappa Corp back in the game. You can't let them play. You can certainly look to force fights or force a tier 2.
Tower going.
Your Throw Punch Studio. And that's what they're gonna do. Might just take some time.
I don't know.
They're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
It'll go down. That Chernobog's gonna like 2-hit this thing.
I have faith. Come on.
Watch the Liquor Store's autos take it down. Ready? 97 at a hit. Nope, not 194 hitting. Throw Punch Studios at the Phoenix line. Stepping in. Here you go, Ryan.
This is gonna be it. Oh, Souls down. What the fuck is even happening? Timeout.
Soul
Phoenix,
not dead
come on,
yet.
do something. Help them out. They need anything they can get.
Already in the air.
Oh, Z10 down. Come on, that's what we needed.
One did. I like how you're saying we. You're a caster. You're unbiased.
Yeah, I'm unbiased. I'm horny for one player on the one team, and I'm for the other team. It's okay.
Banger
That's
fight call. Banger fight call.
the gates.
Kappa Corp, one Phoenix left for the next.
Yep. Castin is trying to do something. We're getting some backup here. This is what we've been looking for the whole fucking game.
The Chris break through.
Look, man, over the mid. Help. But he's sticking around.
Chernabog in the sky. Looks store going forward. Gonna find
That's
one on the
one.
soul. Turns
That's
it.
two.
Contraband's got the other. Here's the
That's
third. Double kill for Contraband. Legator handled one.
Oh,
Two
Alfredo's
left in the
healing now.
fountain. It's a speed run indeed. 19 minutes and Throat Punch Studios trying to end the game right here, right now. Alfredo
That's
gets
four.
bopped by Mammoth. The last one
one
who will
more.
watch the
Wow.
Titan die is Zan.
He just
and
watched.
Throat Punch Studio takes the set 2-0.
I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
You and Kat look equally frustrated, and you don't compete competitively.
I don't compete competitively.
That is sad.
But I know blue versus red, and I know that one number is bigger than the other. And
By a
that
lot.
number is a lot bigger than the other.
By
If you
a
times
lot.
that score of the red team by 11, doing some math, you get the other team. That's a lot. Did they do 11 times better? Would that be accurate?
Don't do math in a cast. Never do math in a cast.
Okay.
Especially if you're dyslexic. I've got that covered for us both. Don't worry.
Cool.
Same thing as last time. Take a look at the stats. What jumps out at you?
What
As
jumps
he
out
steps
at me?
forward, I love
I'm
that.
stepping forward. Gold earned, not as big of a difference as I would have thought. Player damage, wow! Lickestone and Contraband, that's crazy. That is literally, that's double, even more so than the
Look at
whole team combined. Do they even have?
Yeah, I was going to say
Contraband
that.
did
Exactly.
the entire damage of the whole other team almost. which
And
is
also what's
insane.
crazy, I want to blow your mind a little bit. Take a look at two numbers. Look at Contraband and go down. Look at damage taken and then look at damage mitigated. Damage taken will be the one on top.
Very godlike.
So damage taken is less than damage mitigated. So
Okay.
Contraband essentially took negative damage.
Did he die?
this
He didn't even
game.
die. He didn't die once.
He did not die once either. Undying.
Let's look at
Same thing for Mammoth.
Lickestone didn't die. Zetan has one death. Okay, that's all right. And the other team. Okay, you know what? It even looks like they
Two
played.
kills.
I think they played a little bit better.
They did.
they
Objectively.
played
They just
better.
lost faster.
If you had another 18 games, they would probably come close to tying it.
Well, it's still mid-season for Frank's retirement home, thankfully. So they do have plenty of time to get it back together. Ryan, that was your first Smite cast.
That was.
Hopefully not your last, but probably one of your last until Smite 2. And you'll have a fun one for Smite 2.
Oh, we're
What's your
gonna kill
biggest
them.
takeaways? How you feel? Your final thoughts?
How do I feel? I feel like. Or am I talking about the players in this match?
Whatever
or
you want
just
to
in
talk
general?
about. The floor is yours.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks for listening to me, I guess. I don't know why you would have wanted to. But
They're here for Kat.
they're here for Kat. Kat, what do you have to say?
Game 2 sucked.
Wow.
Didn't even hit. No, I'm just gonna say straight up. You didn't
Wow.
hit 20 minutes. You didn't. Their solo got equal the amount of player damage than the entirety of your team added together.
Wow.
I play like shit.
Is this
but
where I
this
turn
was
her mic
bad.
down slowly?
This is just bad. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, thanks for that very insightful commentary, Kat. I do got to say that I hope
Kappa
Koopa
Corp.
Cape. I hope that Koopa Cape
Kappa Corp.
is listening to this and they're laughing. You know, I hope that they
Yeah, it's
didn't
all
take
in
this
good-
too
it's all in good
seriously.
fun.
Like you said, it was the mid-season. It's all in
If you ever
good
need
fun.
to feel better, 1v1 Ryan.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I'll play Merlin. He looks cool.
Yeah.
Maybe Loki too. I didn't even see the Loki on the other team. I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, he was seeing the world in black and white. Well, that's going to do it for us today. That was Request and Cast. Man, I'm glad we had the first one. Thank you, Zetan, for asking us to do the game. Thanks, Frank's Retirement Home, for not minding when I cast your games, especially when we butcher them the way that we did.
Thank you.
Check out Frank's Retirement Home. Make sure you do all the YouTube things you're supposed to do for me, and we'll see you next time.
Get that Mala merch. Check out the Mala merch before you go. Just hold on. If you still hear me, wait a second. If you go into the description, there's going to be a link somewhere. You might have to search a little bit. Click that. It's going to take you to a store where you can pick up some Mala merch. I'm wearing the Malum merch. You're going to be wearing the Malum merch. Maybe we'll see on the
By
street.
Malum
We can
merch,
talk
he means he's
about it.
wearing my cardigan.
Yeah, it's a nice guy. It's very comfortable. maybe we'll talk about it on the street. Lickisto, hit me up after the match. Like I said, I was
Okay.
really
Okay.
really
Good night. Have a great night. We're ending it there.